It's always fascinated me that we spend so much of our lives searching for the things that we realize in time we had all along. That our journeys bring us full circle, our stories end how they began, and in the end, we fade away holding tightly to that from which we emerged. Not because we fell short, no, but because eventually we realize how simple things really are from the outside looking in. We realize what we have. Speaker Dennis Waitley once said, "Happiness cannot be traveled to, owned, earned, worn, or consumed. Happiness is the spiritual experience of living every minute with love, grace, and gratitude." That's why at times like these, when we get to look around and recapture our perspective, means so much. Almost as though it's reassurance that, yeah, life can be hard, frustrating, abstract, but that at the core of everything is contentment, is enough. It's why we need not search for love. We are, in fact, surrounded by it. We need not search for hope when it's ingrained in every breath, or reassurance when it's a phone call away. I once heard an interesting idea that we only see what we focus on. And not only metaphorically, but literally, so much of life exists outside our periphery. If you can walk down the same street every day and see something new each time, imagine the power of readjusting how you see life as the sun comes up in the morning. Imagine pulling more of what matters into focus, becoming living proof that we don't need to wait until things are gone or changed to appreciate what we have and who we are. I think that's why Cicero said gratitude's not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. Because when one can look around and see all that they have, scarcity has to give way to abundance. Fear becomes hope, the mundane becomes beautiful. Gratitude is power because it's not acquisition, it's awareness. A reset button. A tap on the shoulder reminding us that life is about the people who make it worth living, the times we spend together. It's a reminder that the minutes aren't ticking towards some life-altering grand finale, but that each second is, in and of itself, a miracle. And of course, I'm a believer that we are here to evolve, to grow, to test the waters, to push our limits. But I'm also a believer in asking why. And it seems to me the answer is not to obtain something new, but to share who we are with the world. Not to get what we don't have, but to make the most of what we do. Not to impress or fit in, but to take that passion that increases our heart rate, that curiosity that pulls us towards new horizons, the incredible friends and family by our side, and simply realize that we are, this very moment, embarked upon the adventure of a lifetime. And for that, I am forever grateful.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, and thank you for being here at All Hands Meeting 36. I really hope you enjoyed the video we put together. Such an incredible video around gratitude, and quite recently I read this quote which really touched my heart, and because we're always, or at least I'm always examining, why are we here? What's our purpose? How are we making a difference? And the quote, forgive me, I don't know who it was by, but it said, "Success is not predicated on what you achieve. Success is what you deliver to others while you're living, and that what's that impact on another person that you've made?" And that's really the higher order bid for success. And as we were crafting this All Hands meeting and going through some of the statistics and the projects and the wins, also some of the shortcomings, this video was just screaming at us. It was just perfect depiction of where we are as a company. I think we're doing remarkably well. I think there's constant improvement. We'll talk about that in a bit. But I also think there's a lot of gratitude and appreciation to one another within our company, and also to our partner base and our supplier base. So I really hope, you took a minute. I really hope it touched you in a way and makes you become present of your life today, living right there in your seat, and the impact you can and are having on varying different people, within your community, or maybe, a nice quote was, be mindful that you may be an inspiration to someone, you don't even know it. But I just thought it was a beautiful depiction of where we are as a company. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. So I want to bring attention to All Hands Meeting 36. So as you can see, we've postponed the date. So we were supposed to have our date on November 17th. So first off, I want to thank everyone for their patience with me. I unfortunately had an accident at home. I was chopping wood in the backyard with my chainsaw, and unfortunately it just touched my foot a little bit, and chainsaws are unforgiving, and so it tore a little piece of my foot. But all things being equal, by the grace of God, I was spared. I got a few stitches, and I'm standing up again. So that was about 4 weeks ago, so I'm here to talk about it, which is great. But what I always believe, God gives you a message in everything that transpires in your life. And I think for me it was, I think I was burning the wick at both ends, and trying to do way too much in a short period of time. And so, God had other plans for me. And so I was, literally, I couldn't walk. Going from 100 miles an hour to not walking and not moving is a clear sign, to take a step back and really reprioritize, and so I've done that, surely. But yeah, I want to thank you for your patience. Thank you for being here all today, and for supporting me. So many people have held my bag, brought it up the stairs. Just been phenomenal. So I want to thank you all for that. So let's dive into the show, folks. You know me, I love talking about some of the wins we have. And I want to start with that. We have a 96% grade customer service satisfaction. I think Tanya and the customer care team have been doing phenomenally well. Just in the last quarter, 125 days or so, and we're right into the swing of things with the holiday season certainly lighting up. But fantastic numbers from Tanya and the customer care team. 85.5 represents our team retention rate. Anastasia leads up our culture and talent team. She's our chief of staff. I think she's been doing remarkably well. I think she's been with us, just under a year, but really making some headwind with varying different people around the company. But an excellent retention rate in the midst of of what otherwise people were talking about, the Great Resignation. I think our team, we've been onboarding. We not necessarily have been having people leave the organization. So a great testament to what we've done again over the last 3 years to get to where we are today. And what you'll see in a lot of these statistics are, it's a continuous slow improvement. We didn't go from zero to hero. It's a lot of people doing a lot of small things over a prolonged period of time. I've mentioned it in a number of my talks that we're much more marathon thinkers than we are sprinters. And so with that mindset and context, we're able to achieve these things with more sustainability. And over time, this number keeps growing. So I just think it's a phenomenal number. And I think what's important is we gotta really get present to, you gotta like who you work with, and retention is often attributed to whether you get perks and stuff like that in business. I think it's attributed to leadership. How's the leadership treating the team, but also how is the team treating one another, and have the team members built long-standing, deep, meaningful relationships with one another? Well, the number shows that we have, and it continues to grow. So 83.7 represents our operations satisfaction rate, or quasi-fill rate. I think the team in operations has been doing phenomenally well, specifically in the last 3 years during COVID. It was not easy for any operational team, specifically with supply chain being where it's at. But I think the team has bounced back really well. And you'll see in Michael's stats in a little later on in the show, the progress that we've made. Again, small incremental progress, and we're hovering at around 94% with goals well into the 90s. So stay tuned as this continues to grow and exceed some of our expectations. So 271 represents our new partners that we've welcomed to Roma Molding this year. A beautiful number, you know, in a marketplace that is no growth to a low growth industry. So it's great to see over 270 or so partners join the Roma team. We're really ecstatic about that. But as many of you know, we're not aiming this out to be a width game. We're aiming out to go really deep. So we're looking for depth rather than width. We don't have a KPI per se on new partners. We want to go deeper with the customers we do have, build deep, meaningful relationships. How do we offer them better service, better experiences, and better products? So, but not to knock this number by any stretch. It's a fantastic number, and I think it's a testament to, the work the entire team does, because acquiring new business in a no growth marketplace isn't easy. So this is market share capturing from competitors who may have dropped the ball at some point, and now those partners are seeking alternative solutions and they're coming to us. So beautiful, beautiful numbers. 52 represents the new moldings that we've had launched in 2022. It was a remarkable year with new products. We introduced some organics, some Arbor, some Eleganza, and certainly some Lavo. And if you're on social and you follow us by any stretch, the customer accolades, the customer masterpieces that they're showcasing and tagging us. We love you for tagging us. Thank you for doing that. But has been overwhelming, and we're reposting, retagging, and resharing. But it's great to see some of the works that we otherwise bring to life being used by our partner base. Is phenomenal. So we'll talk about new products in a little bit. And 28 represents the number of new team members who joined Roma Molding in 22. Big number, 28. We are growing. We had a fantastic year in 22. And I want to say it right here, right now on the recording, 2023 is going to be the best year in our company history. On a number of fronts, not just from a financial sales front, but on a product development front, on an operational front, on an efficiency front, and most importantly, a customer experience front. And so I'm saying it today, I want to play into a year in 23 of unprecedented growth and success. Now, we're not just saying it, because I always believe talk is cheap, show me the money. Our actions throughout All Hands Meeting 36 specifically are going to be really the proof in the pudding for the seeds that we're planting today for 23. So it's very exciting, and you'll see it throughout this show. Some of the work we've been doing, not only in the last year, but 2 years, that are now going to be dripped into 23. It's a really exciting time. And 859 represents the number of PEC cards delivered. It's a huge number. I believe the customer care team does a remarkable job delivering PEC cards. And for those who don't know what a PEC card is, it's a personal emotional connection card that we deliver on ad hoc to our customer base who calls in. I think the world, and many of you know my feelings of where we stand with the world. I think the world is a really unpredictable, highly erratic place to be right now. And I think we have a lot of work to do in this world to get it to a better place. Having said that, there's a lot of people hurting. There's a lot of people who aren't doing necessarily well, who are challenged with their family, challenged with their business. And so PEC cards are a small way in which we can brighten our partner's day. And so our team, takes it upon themselves, and we train them to hear and pick up on cues. If someone seems down that they talk to every day, we encourage them to go the extra mile, to ask them what has them down today. Why aren't you your normal cheerful self? Did something happen? And oftentimes they open up, and it could be, it could be a sick parent. It could be their best friend, their dog died. It could be anything. I mean, a lot of people are going through a lot of things. And so our team's encouraged to write them a handwritten note of encouragement and love. Because I don't know about you folks, but I love getting snail mail when someone cares enough to pick up a piece of paper and write something on it, put a stamp on it, and send it out. So we've done that over 850 times this year. Fantastic number. Thank you, customer care team, for being so vigilant and for sending those out to our partners. I know they go a long way. So 2056 represents the number of core value cards delivered, and I think this is an amazing, amazing number. So for those of you who know what core value cards are, you get it. For those who don't, our core values, first and foremost, are our guiding principles within our company. They've been developed by the people for the people over 10 years ago, about 12 to be exact, and they're our guiding principles. So we really encourage team members that when they see a team member acting in a way according to the core value or living out that core value, whether at work, whether at home, they're encouraged to take a core value card and take a moment and acknowledge that person, deliver that core value. Well, folks, we've delivered over 2,000 core value cards to each other. It's a phenomenal number. It's the highest number we've ever reached. We've also been so intentional, and Anastasia will talk about this. We've done core value awareness weeks where we dedicate a week to really creating awareness, to making someone, to acknowledge someone who lives in accordance with our values. It's a phenomenal little tool. And by the way, it's selfless, meaning if you give a card, it's not like you enter a draw and you get something. If you give a card, you deliver a card, or you get a card, there's no strings attached. That's where it ends. And personally speaking, you know, when I receive a card, even at my desk, that feeling of getting back to your desk and seeing an acknowledgement card based on the values lights me up, no different than the first day I got my first card. And also delivering the card. I'm far better at giving than receiving. But when I stop and acknowledge someone who's done something in accordance to the values, it's magical. And then what it does to them just lights them up. So I encourage you folks, I encourage you actually right now, think of that one person who always goes above and beyond, who lives the values, who exudes those values. As you sit in your chair, think about who that person is. And I'm going to encourage you within the next day, please, within the next day, take it upon yourselves to deliver one card at minimum to that person you have in your mind. I promise you it'll make their day, and I promise you it'll also make yours. So, core value cards, amazing, amazing. Great work, everyone. So that's kind of the intro of the All Hands meeting. We have so much in store for you today. We have amazing speakers who will be, joining me on this stage and talking about everything from operations to culture and talent to customer care to supply chain. So you're in for a real treat. Moving along, I want to talk a little bit about leadership. We take leadership at Roma very seriously, and we take it so seriously that our actions predicate our feelings. And so we dedicate a week a year. And we've been doing this for the better part of probably 6 or 7 years, outside of 1 year with COVID, that we dedicate to training and development of our leadership team at Roma. And so we coin it every year as a leadership conference. Every leader from across the company, US and Canada, flies in for an entire week, and we really work it, and we really get to know one another. We believe at Roma, everything rises or falls on leadership. Personally, in my life, I think everything is predicated on leadership. Who shows up in your leadership team will predicate the output of the company. So I don't need to see your products or your services. I just want to meet your leadership team. I want to know how vested they are. I want to know how, I want to know what they appreciate, what they value. Is there alignment? Do they know the vision of the company? Do they know the mission? It all stems from that leadership team. And I'm a fond believer that if you spend the time, if you're intentional in spending the time to train, develop, nurture your leadership team. Everything else has a really awesome way of working out. And so we do that. And the first question that we've asked in our leadership conference, that I asked at a leadership conference, is this question. It's the exact same question that is on our Pulse survey. It's the first question on the Pulse survey. By the way, we've been doing this same Pulse survey for over 11 years. And the first question is the leadership team at Roma wowing me? And we haven't changed the language for over 11 years so that the numbers continue to be accurate. Now, we're very intentional with language. Language creates. We're not asking, is the leadership at Roma doing good? Or is the leadership at Roma okay? Or is the leadership at Roma, doing a good job? We're asking, is the leadership team at Roma wowing me? It's a completely different level, completely different stratosphere of expectation. The beauty of putting this question out there is our leadership team knows day in, day out, we're held accountable to that number. And in a minute, I'm going to share with you the stats, but that's how we open the leadership conference. And so what I did was I asked our leadership team, what do you think the numbers are? Like, where do you think we are? And we whiteboarded where the numbers were, and just a phenomenal experience. But I'm going to show you today where our numbers are. So this is our statistics here from November of 2020. We could go back, but we thought let's bring it back to November. And you're able to see this beautiful trend upward. Like, if you could see that, it's just a beautiful trend upward. And if you notice, there's not these big gaps, these big jumps. We talked about incremental improvements. We talked about a continuous improvement mindset at our company, and we talked about it being a marathon, not a sprint. And here is the proof in the pudding. To see it a little differently, I've put it on a chart so you're able to see the numbers, because the numbers don't lie, and it really tells a beautiful picture. So in November of 2020, we're at 7.74. We're at 7.67, so we incrementally dropped a little bit. There was a slight drop. And then we moved up in 21. We went from 7.6 to 8.1, 8.25, 8.3. And in September of this year, you folks all rated us a 9.08. And for that, I want to thank you. I'd like to give you all a round of applause, but also a round of applause to our leadership team who really takes this number very seriously. And Anastasia, in a little bit, will talk about our Pulse survey for the latter part of this year, along with a few other things. But I want you to know our leadership team looks at every single statistic, every single comment, and are constantly looking at ways to improve. And the way we put it is improve the work experience at Roma. How are we move, inspire, and wowing our team members that we show up to serve? This is a servant leadership style at our company. And so we always look at it from that vantage point. How do we show up to serve the team who shows up every day to kill it? So I've got a little video. We obviously, as you know, we document our progress. I think it's important to document the process. But this is an amazing video of what those 4 or 5 days were like. And I'll talk about what the outcomes were. I think you're going to love it. It's been 3 years that we met as a team like this in this venue. It's incredible when you think in March of next year, it'll mark 3 years that COVID really shut down the world.
The purpose of these conferences are for us to get to know one another better, to build a stronger team, just to realign ourselves. It's sometimes a little bit difficult when you have people on different coasts that are leaders of this company, but when we come together, it just changes the dynamic, and I think it just fortifies our relationships with one another.
Some of my coworkers, I've just spoken to them over the phone, and it was a great opportunity to get to know them in person, and we came together as a family.
The activities have been really great. Getting to know more about other people and how they think and act, and it's been fun. It's been really fun. We've been having some good laughs, excitement, and it's been really entertaining.
None of the companies that I worked at before ever invested in their leaders, especially at this level. So I was very excited to be part of this.
Just the camaraderie and building of the team, reconnection, becoming more of a one unit.
Before we came to the leadership meeting, we had our own teams give us surveys on our 10 qualities of leadership. And I believe the review of those results, which were anonymous, really gave us some good insight on the way that our teams perceive us. And I think that was really, really helpful.
Victoria and I thought, let's be purposeful, let's be in nature. We're not often together in nature, we're often together in the office. In a little while, we're gonna pair up in groups and you'll go in this beautiful setting. As a leadership team, you didn't know each other as good as you thought. So I hope as a result of the exercises we're gonna do today, you know one another just maybe a little bit deeper.
It really is nice to change the environment. This is one of the few times that I was able to really enjoy a beautiful, beautiful day with a nice sunrise, and I got to know one of my teammates a little bit better.
I learned a lot about people that I might have spent time with before that I know a lot deeper today.
Winning isn't everything, guys. It's the only thing. Bring it on!
The archery was a great event. It's great for team building. It's always good to come home with a couple wounds.
This is what happens at archery.
That's always fun, but ultimately it's a great time for all of us to be together and have some fun.
It was truly an epic night, and I saw the savages of all my colleagues.
First leadership conference in my life. This was everything I expected and more. It's great to see a group of individuals come together as a team and have the same common goal in sight.
Together we can do everything and anything is possible.
Really came away learning a lot of stuff and anxious to get back to the crew.
The last 3 years have not been easy, to say the least. For me personally, as an entrepreneur and leader, it's been the hardest 3 years of my life. How you guys navigated with our team was incredible. You know, because I'm not there in Jersey, Brian, but I know I have you there. I wasn't there in Atlanta, but Jeff, you were. I wasn't there in the sales team, but Tanya and Lloyd, you guys took the helm, and you know, in many cases, they're isolated on a good day. Imagine you're throwing COVID, right? This is about walking away with new tools you otherwise maybe had, but we dust them off a bit, and we gave you a different perspective on how to look at that. Because folks, everything rises or falls on leadership. Everything. The whole success of our company relies on it. So there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed that video as much as we've enjoyed creating it. But I hope, you know, while you're watching the video, you're looking into people's eyes and you're seeing the genuinity of each of the leadership team. And you know, each of the leadership team members come with a lot of strengths, but we each, including myself, come with a lot of weaknesses. And we also come with a lot of blind spots. And I think what makes really great leadership teams excel, what makes innovation happen, what makes creativity happen, what makes, I would say, courage happen is when you bind the right people together, when you bind them and they're aligned, and when their values align, and when they get it. And that video is probably the masterpiece of what I believe to be, by and large, the best leadership team we've ever assembled here at our company, ever. And when I tell you 23 is going to be the best year, just look at that video. I mean, any challenge that's going to come our way, and believe me, we are going to have challenges. We are going to have obstacles. We're going to have some falls. We're going to have a ton of wins, but that doesn't matter. What matters is who's showing up as a leadership team every day, and how are we overcoming those obstacles? Because it's not one man or one woman, and companies aren't built upon that success. And if they are, they're doomed to fail. Our company's built upon the men and women who show up as a leadership team and show up to serve the people we have. And I don't know about you, but that's a beautiful bunch of humans who come together really with an intention to move, inspire, and wow, whether it be our customers, but also one another, and certainly our awesome team we have. So well done to our leadership team. And one of the things I pointed out to our leadership team is what got us here today won't necessarily get us to where we want to go tomorrow. And we talk about unprecedented some unprecedented results. We're not looking for conventional here at our company. We're not. If we're conventional, we wouldn't be doing all hands meetings, over the last 10 years, right? We're looking for unconventional results in 23. And I think we looked for unconventional results in 22. And by and large, we achieved them. And it's not through declaration. Declaration's very important, but it's through the many actions by every man and woman on this team, all in unison, is what predicates that success. And in 23, we're going far beyond comfortable. We're coloring far outside the lines. We're venturing into new areas. We're trailblazing in new areas, which we'll talk about. And that can only happen when you have the right mindset of the right leaders in the right place, and also the right people in the right place. And folks, we have it. We have it in spades. We've overinvested over the last 3 years. We were in offense mode before COVID happened. And then I remember COVID hitting in 2020 and looking at each other and saying, we're not taking the pedal off the metal. By any stretch, we're going to push it even more. And so our success today is really based on those early foundations we built even prior to COVID. And so 23, if you're asking me how it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be phenomenal. And and it all depends on who you ask in the context of that vision, because some might say, interest rates are the highest it's been, fuel prices, housing, food, there's 100 reasons why it won't be good, but I'm really not interested. Now, it's not to say I don't know they exist, but like I tell our team, all right, so what are we doing in the face of some of that adversity? Now, you can do nothing and hope and wish. That's called drunken sailors, right? We've all been there, where we're drunken sailors hoping and wishing. Or is it strategy? Is it execution? And is it multiple actions over a prolonged period of time by everyone in the team in unison to achieve what we want to achieve? Because next year's not going to be easy, but I'll tell you, it's going to be remarkable. So some of the goals we aim to hit at our leadership conference, because it is an investment for our company. It's a big investment, but I tell people it's very easy to find the ROI on a leadership conference. Just don't do it. Let me know how that goes. Let me know how not investing in your leaders goes for your company, for your vision, for your execution. Let me know how that goes. So the 3 main areas that we focused on, there were only 3, is to inspire actions in each other and to be the best leaders we can be. Because as I told you, we all have shortcomings. We all have blind spots. Well, who's going to reveal those blind spots? You can only reveal blind spots if you have trust in a leadership team. And folks, our leadership team is pretty brutal at pointing out your blind spots. Now, we create a safe space, right? Create a safe space to do so. But when you can uncover blind spots that you have, or shortcomings, or weaknesses, and see whatever weakness you have in yourself, you can see how someone else has that as a strength and start pairing the two. It's phenomenal. But you can only do that by bringing people together. Second, we are intentional in building deep, meaningful relationships with one another. And you saw we did some unconventional things. We did a walk in the park at, I think it was either 6:30 or 7 a.m. in the morning in a beautiful park just about 20 minutes from here, where the whole mission was to pair you with someone you otherwise wouldn't have a connection with. And we seeded conversations. I'll tell you, after that brisk walk and hike, the team came back, and the accolades just about that hike were phenomenal. Things like, wow, I never knew Brian, did X. Or I never knew Jeff to be this person. Jeff's that guy I always call on the other end in Atlanta. He's always happy. He always picks up the phone. But boy, did I not know this about Jeff. Or, wow, Anastasia came from this type of environment and as a result was able to do X and now achieve Y. It's phenomenal when you can go deep. And you can only create innovation, you can only create something great when you trust people. How do you trust people? Well, get to know them, pull your guard down, get real with each other, and so we did that in spades. And lastly, we were being purposeful in building the best future here at Roma, and also bigger than Roma. We call it the world, but bigger than us. I think that the true meaning of success is when you don't focus on you, but you focus on everything outside of you, and you aim to make it slightly better, right? Well, our team's done that, and you'll hear sprinkled throughout this all hands meeting, and you'll see, if you haven't already seen, some of the manifestation, some of the changes we made as a result of getting together for 5 days already in our workplace, whether it be different hours, whether it be different processes, whether it be looking at matrix boards or new KPIs. Our strategy map's coming out very soon. You'll see new KPIs, new focus areas. We took out some focus areas. So I just think we did a phenomenal job being so purposeful and intentional on how we show up, how we serve, but also what success looks like. I think that's very important. What are those goalposts? Those goalposts, what are they? And they're constantly moving. How are we navigating those goalposts? I think the team did phenomenally well. And then we talked about Roma Wish, which is our way of making the world a slightly happier place. We do a lot of work with children around the world, and Roma Wish is near and dear to all our hearts. So I think mission accomplished with our team. I think they did a phenomenal job. And we will host another leadership conference next year. Dates are coming out soon, but a phenomenal week, a lot of work, but a phenomenal week with a phenomenal outcome. So I hope as a team you all feel it. I know I do when I walk around and see some of the initiatives we talk about coming to life. And remember, it's not like flicking a light switch. It's not like these huge jumps. It's these small incremental steps. Just hundreds of small steps to get to where you want to go, because we are marathon thinkers here at Roma. So with that said, shifting gears a bit, our social community is alive and well. We're doing phenomenally well in our social community, and what we mean by that is Tuesday Talks. Tuesday Talks is a show that we started as a result of the pandemic. The pandemic, outside of the carnage it did around the world, it did bring some good things to us. Like now my mom knows how to use FaceTime, and Michael also knows how to use Teams. Like a lot of great stuff has come out of COVID. One great thing that came out was Tuesday Talks, and that's where we host amazing entrepreneurs, men and women, who are just doing amazing things within our industry, even outside the peripherals of our industry. So if you haven't caught a show yet, we are on season 3. I think we're on episode 7 or 8. But nonetheless, our goals were to build community, share best practices, and inspire creativity. The show has just got amazing traction. We have over 68 episodes over 2.5 years or so now. We have over 150,000 views, huge numbers on views. These are organic views. These are not paid views. And over 10,000 interactions as a result of Tuesday Talks. The show is alive, strong, and well. We are taking a small hiatus during Christmas, but we will be there. I think it's January 2nd or 3rd, whatever that first Tuesday is in the new year, with an incredible guest. So some of the guests we've had this season have been phenomenal. All very, very different within their own regards. We've had some entrepreneurs, in the space of photography. We've had frame shop owners and everything in between. These are some of the men and women we've had, but each of them really awesome. Whether they're taking photos in the of silverbacks, or whether they're shooting in Northern Ontario eagles, or whatever the case may be. Or I remember Micah's amazing episode. He's opened up a frame shop 6 months ago and just has been doing phenomenally well. And his 6 month to 1 year goal is opening up another frame shop, and I think he has way more in him. But nonetheless, whether it's Karina or Leanna or Robert or these people have been phenomenal. So if you haven't caught a show, you can watch it all on our Instagram channel, our YouTube channel. But we have an incredible season in store for 23 as well. So if you've missed it, it's Tuesday Talks, and it's live every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So folks, I want to talk a little bit about our website experience. Our website experience is very, very near and dear to my heart. Our website is really the gateway for our partners to actually interact with us, our gateway for our partners to see our new products, to experience our new products. And our website has been lagging. Now, it's not because we've been lagging, but it's because we've been working very, very hard behind the scenes to bring to life what we believe to be the next generation of websites for our industry. We believe there's nothing like this in the industry to date, and we're really excited about that. So our new website boasts so many features, but here's a few features it boasts. So we have a new interface, new look and feel. We've spent an exuberant amount of time with user experience folks who've helped us through that. Tons of new features and benefits, and a new e-commerce shopping experience, a brand new e-commerce shopping experience. We think you're going to love it. So here's a quick glimpse of the site itself. So the site itself is not live yet. So it is live, and I'll tell you the date, I'll tell you the URL. So if you type in romamolding.com, this does not come up. It's still our old site until we flip over. But we want to do something different instead of just flipping over. We want your feedback. And so as a team, what we decided to do was put a feedback loop. So when you go to our new site, and I'll give you the URL just in a little bit, there's this little feedback button. So we want you to go on the site, we want you to click, we want you to go through everything. Now you can't order on the site yet, but you can go through order, simulate, and things like that. We'd love your feedback. Have we missed something? Maybe give us feedback that you love this, or you wish it could do this. The feedback form is there. It's ready to go, and it will be live today. So this is just the front imagery of the site itself. This is fully functioning and made to be used on any other device like an iPad or even on your phone. So it's been optimized for all the various different devices you're going to be using. But just a few small features, because I promised Mel I wouldn't show everything, but this is when you click products, we've revolutionized how you can view a drop-down in our industry on products. So right at your fingertips, you can see all the varying different categories. You can see collection, color, shape. You can click that and automatically brings you into our incredible carousel of products, our catalog. I didn't take a picture of the catalog because I want you to go and see it for yourself. You're able to toggle through things. You're able to zoom in. You're able to really play with some of the sliders. And we have an incredible filtering device we think you're going to love. So we encourage you to do that. But when you are in a product, this is what it looks like today on our new site. So you're given multiple different angles. The photography is pristine. It's so well done. I'm so proud of the team. So this just happens to be a Lavo 746 1032 Seaport Blue. When you click on color, You're able to drop down and actually toggle through the varying different colors with ease. And obviously you can see their ordering coming soon. But as you go down, you'll see more imagery of it. Folks, I am just over the top excited to launch this. Our team's been working feverishly to get you this beta site ready. And so, some of the additional features that you'll see on the site is an optimized user experience, and you'll see what I mean when you get there. 3D render enhancements, so you'll start seeing three-dimensional rendering come shortly, and an integrated e-commerce experience. We really worked really hard, specifically on the e-commerce development of it, so that when a partner goes in, that shopping experience is flawless. You're able to see many different things that you weren't able to see before, enabling you to do what you need to do and check out really fast. So we just think you're going to really, really love it. And so right now you can go to www.beta.romamolding.com, press enter, and you're on our beta site. We would love your feedback. Certainly BPSs totally want your feedback. I'm going to read every feedback intake form along with our web development team, internal team, but partners, I highly encourage you, and please give us that feedback. We're here to serve you. We're here to make your life easy at Roma. We think we've nailed it, but there's always things we could miss. And so as you give us that feedback, we'll be able to document that and constantly make iterations of the site even better, so that user experience is by and large the best it is in the industry. And so, folks, I've been up here for a while, and I'm just so excited about some of the things that are transpiring at our company. As I peruse through Leadership Conference, a lot of work has been done through that. When I peruse through our website experience, that's an army of people to bring that web experience to you. I'm talking about it for 7 minutes here, but it's an army of men and women who are constantly, as we speak, coding to improve the optimization of the site. And we're not stopping here. As a result of your feedback, our team constantly iterates. So the experiences are getting better and better as we go. So at this point, I'd like to call up one of our team members, Tanya Ferraro, our lead in customer care. Tanya does a remarkable job day in, day out, holding down the fort with her team. And so let's put a round of applause for Tanya. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. Hi, everyone. As always, it's a pleasure being here at our all hands meeting and talking about my favorite subject, the customer experience. So we've had a really good year, and year to date, our team has interacted 120,000 plus interactions with our partners, from web orders, from emails, from phone interactions. We've had quite a few interactions with our partners. Each and every experience, we try to make sure that it's a wow experience. Bringing to my next topic, which we do several times a year, is our external Net Promoter Score. And for those of you that are not sure what this is, our external Net Promoter Score is a survey that we do with our partners, and we come up with a score to determine how well we are doing. And it's a way for our partners to be able to give us feedback on their experience with us. And the most important part, would they recommend Roma to their family and friends? So the survey is done by one of our customer care team members who reaches out to our partners, randomly selected. We do a percentage base of our partners, and we ask them, would you recommend Roma to your family and friends? And what is the feedback you have for us to help us improve and get better? So our external Net Promoter Score measures the willingness of customers to recommend a company's product or services to others. And I am happy to say that this was one of our best results that we've received. So our target, or our goal of 87%, we actually received a score of 90.1% of our partners recommending us to their family and friends, which is a 3.1% above our variance above our goal. Fantastic results. So here's a little trend over the last few surveys that we have done. So you can see that, yeah, we've had some ups and downs in areas of opportunities, which we do take the feedback and look to see how we can make that experience better for our partners. And this last one that we just completed really shows us that all our team members here at Roma, whether it's the warehouse, whether it's our sales team and our customer care team delivering that service, has definitely been a positive and wow experience for our partners. So with talking about feedback as a gift, we had one of our partners, Allison from Creative Framing, have a wonderful experience with our team and one of our elite frames who took to social media. So not only did she write in a commendation for us, she also took to social media, and we wanted to share with you her feedback on her experience with us. So the first one.
My Roma Elite frame arrived on Saturday morning and I rushed into the shop to get it and take a look. The outside of the box was in great condition, and as I took out each of the staples, I couldn't help but notice the quality of the box and how well it fit together. When I lifted the top, I was so impressed with how lovingly and carefully this frame was wrapped and covered to ensure its safe arrival. Wow! Excellent job, Steve, for your meticulous packaging magic. I could see the lovely pink barely showing through the wrapping, and once I removed it all from the frame, I was nearly brought to tears. What an incredible frame. I've never seen anything like it in my 25 years of framing. This is truly a spectacular molding and brought me so much joy to see. The quality and the detail of the molding, the gorgeous color, and the fantastic job chopping and joining this piece. It's truly a work of art and a masterpiece. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Roma Elite team, for all the love, sweat, care, and passion you put into this frame. I truly felt it, and now everyone will be able to see its beauty. Each of you are skilled at what you do and appreciated. I can't wait to work with you again. I hope each of you have a blessed day and know that you've brought so much joy to this framer in Rochester, New York.
Amazing, incredible, gorgeous Roma Elite frame. This frame is spectacular. Oh, look at that. Amazing. I am absolutely incredibly in love. It arrived perfectly. This is going to be a spectacular piece. I'm so excited. Thank you, Roma.
Thank you, Allison, for that feedback and for sharing that on social media. We're really happy that you were pleased with your frame. Now I want to share with everyone one of the biggest changes that we've made in 2022, which is our telephone infrastructure. So our telephone infrastructure, we went from analog lines to on the cloud lines, and we noticed that there was a lot of things that we could improve in our phone system that would really improve the partner experience. So we changed our telephone infrastructure back in September, and the telephone infrastructure allowed us to be a little more in control of the way our call flows. We wanted a one-call resolution. But before we get into some of the details, I wanted to share the newest change that a lot of you would have noticed calling into our call center, which would be our main greeting. So I'm going to play it for you.
Hello, you've reached Roma Molding. Thank you for allowing our customer care team to put a little wow in your day. For quality assurance, this call may be monitored or recorded. We'll be connecting you with a team member shortly.
So there you have it. That's our main greeting that we've decided to do, as opposed to having a select one for accounts receivable or a select two for customer care. What we decided to do is have a one-call resolution. You call in and you're greeted by any one of our customer care team members who can deal and handle your issue or anything that you are calling to inquire about, or get you the right person that you need if they're not the team to help you with. And that is the one call resolution that we wanted to make sure that we had when calling into our call center. Also, state-of-the-art reporting. The new telephone infrastructure allows us to identify gaps and areas where we can improve on the service that we're providing when you're calling into our call center. And quicker response times. You get somebody right away. You're not going through a menu to determine who you need to speak with. We have our specialists there ready to answer your call, knowing how to handle it and who to direct it to if need be. So there you have it. 2022 has been a fantastic year for customer service, and we have so many more things that are on the go for 2023. We're excited to approach the new year. I want to thank everyone. I want to especially thank the teams that were involved in making 2022 successful for our partners and our success within this year. And I want to next I want to call up Michael Pilata.
Thank you, Tanya. Here we are at the All Hands Meeting 36. I'd like to begin by saying hi to all our employees across the continent, as well as others that are viewing our show. Hoping that you're enjoying the show and having a great day. Today I'll be touching a bit about operations, and later on I'll be discussing a bit about finance. As you know, over the past year, if not more now, I've been working closely with our awesome ops team, working with Brian, Jeff, Carmine, and Anthony, and we continue to meet on a weekly basis. We discuss the challenges that we face and how we can better the company. We address certain issues such as packaging, receiving processes, replacements, and much more. And the reason we're doing this is because we want to become a better company. And so we get together, we brainstorm, we toss out ideas, and then we implement so that we become more efficient and effective. Just before I get into the details on some of the operation slides here, there are a few key highlights I'd like to share with you. First one being, to date, we have shipped over 5 million linear feet in 2022. So just take that in for a minute. Visualize that. We're not talking hundreds of thousands. We're talking millions. 5 million feet. So that's a huge accomplishment to each and every one here at Roma. You should give yourselves a round of applause. That's an amazing accomplishment. So great job to the whole team. We also have currently in stock, company-wide, 5.5 million feet. That means we have more than a year's worth of supply, of inventory supply, in our warehouses. That is a true testament to the philosophy of John Guerreri, which has always been to reinvest back into the company. And he ensures that we're continuously reinvesting, ensuring that we have inventory levels. Granted, there are some SKUs, unfortunately, that we're having some challenges with, but we try to do our best to ensure that we have the proper levels throughout the company. We've also shipped over 100,000 corner samples. Okay. Again, a great accomplishment by those in the corner sample departments across the company. We do our best, our utmost, to ensure that we get those corner samples to our partners so that they can display those on their walls for our clientele. So keep up the great work. I know that number is just going to get even larger and larger as we come closer to the end of the year. So today I'll be talking about a few items here: team performance, supply chain, and give you some quick DC updates. So production lead times. This is the lead times that we publish, that we share with our customer care individuals, that we share with our BPSs, and as well as with our partners. These are all quoted in business days. So currently we are at 1 day for length, 3 days for joint frames, and 2 days for chop. In addition, we're at 25 days for corner samples and 15 days for photo frames. And finally, we are at 15 days for mirrors and 25 days for art fulfillment. Now, these are what our published dates are. We strive to do better than this. I know that the operations team, customer care taking orders, we try to get those packages out in quicker turnaround times than we've published here. And we're looking at how we can even reduce these days. We're looking at capital investments, looking at investing in personnel, because we want to get those days down to a lower level so that we can get our products to our partners in a quicker turnaround time. Our fill rate, which is defined as the percentage of orders that are completed, filled, and delivered on time. Now, I know I've said this in the past. This is important to realize that when we talk about our fill rate and the percentage, it's on having the complete order shipped. So if you have 4 lines or 5 lines on an order, and we only ship out 4 lines, that does not become part of this calculation for us. So it becomes that we never shipped that order. So we may have shipped 90% of that order, but for this calculation, it shows up as 0%. But in saying that, our rate to date, we're at 84%. So that's amazing. I know our goal is at 92, and we're off the mark by 8%, but still at 84%, that's an amazing accomplishment by the team. You can see that over last year, we're much higher than last year. Last year, we were at 76%. Prior years, we were at 89 and 85, and that's where we want to get to. We want to get back up to the high 80s, if not the low 90s. And I know that come 2023, with this team, I'm very confident that we'll get there. Our return rate, which is the percentage of all orders returned. This is very important. The reason being, it's a cost of the company. And as you all know, you don't want to incur costs. You don't want to incur additional costs. You want to keep that to a minimum. So our return rate currently is at 2.7%. So kudos to the team. Our goal is at 3.2. We're actually in the green by 0.5%. That is amazing. And again, the reason being is that we've been focusing on it, looking at the quality, looking at our products before we ship it, signing off on quality cards, et cetera, et cetera. So again, keep up the great work, team. And I know as well that that number will drop even lower as we progress into the new year. Here's a comparison over year. Again, you can see the downward trend, which is great to see. In this case, back in 2019, we were as high as 5%. And in a span of 3 or 4 years, we've dropped it down to about half, if not just about there, 2.7. So again, great accomplishment. Supply chain. So at this point, I'd like to call up Ross to the stage. But before I do that, I just want to acknowledge Ross, his dedication and his hard work. We all know that supply chain has been an issue for all businesses worldwide in 2022. And I know that Ross has tried diligently and worked very hard to keep that challenge to a minimum here at Roma. He's done that by communications with our suppliers on a regular basis, working closely with John. So thank you, Ross. And at this point, I'd like to have him come up on stage.
Thank you, Michael. Good day, everyone. I have the privilege of speaking to you today about supply chain. Our supply chain team here at Roma Molding has amplified its efforts in working with our manufacturing partners in Italy. We continuously meet with them face-to-face on a bi-weekly basis. We're getting a better understanding of the issues they deal with day in and day out. MOQs, line capacity, and simply securing timber to produce our molding. Yet at the same time, they're getting a better understanding of our issues. They understand our demands. They understand our commitments to our partners in North America. Later this month, we'll be introducing a manufacturer scorecard, making them more accountable, imposing infraction penalties if they don't adhere to them, if they do not maintain the high standards that Roma and its partners are accustomed to. We continue to diligently work with our customs brokers and our trucking companies to make sure we have the right molding at the right time in the right place. Ensuring that once our container arrives at any one of the 8 ports we currently use, that it's cleared, picked up, and delivered in the shortest amount of time possible. Our team's goal is to make sure this year that we have anywhere from 9 to 12 months worth of inventory in the pipeline, whether it's in stock, on order, at the consolidator, or on a vessel heading to our DCs. My commitment to the team is that we will not only work harder, but we will work smarter to make 2023 the best year ever. Thank you. I'd like to call Michael back up to the stage now.
Thank you, Ross. All right, so just like to give you a couple of quick updates on what's happening with some of our DCs. As some of you may or may not be aware, we have extended our lease agreement with our landlord in Atlanta, and we've locked in our lease rates and have negotiated some tenant improvements that will freshen up both the Atlanta offices and the warehouse. So that's great news there. As well, we're currently in negotiations with our landlord in New Jersey. The lease will be coming due in 2023, but we are currently in discussions with them as we want to also renew that lease, and I hope to have that finalized in the next several weeks. At this point, I want to direct your attention to the screen as we have a few words from our DC leaders.
This is Brian here in New Jersey. Hope you're all enjoying the all hands meeting. On behalf of the team and myself, we would like to wish you and your families a safe and happy holiday. Thank you to all of our Roma partners for their continued support that made 2022 a great year. Looking forward to an awesome 2023.
Hey everybody, this is Anthony, the operations leader here in Irwindale, California. Hope everybody's having a great day and enjoying the all hands meeting. On behalf of the LA team here, we just wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year's, and may 2023 be the best year yet to come. God bless everybody.
Jeff Smith here from the Atlanta DC. I want to say thank you to everyone for a great 2022. And on behalf of the entire production team here in Atlanta, I want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and let's have a great 2023.
On behalf of the Toronto production team, we want to wish everybody a safe and happy holiday.
Great. Thank you, guys. That was awesome. Just to reiterate, our holidays season will be closing Monday, December 26th, and we'll be reopening the office on Monday, January the 2nd. Now, I just want to touch briefly on finance. The finance team continues to work well together. Kudos to Mary, Paula, and Alba. They're working together as a team. They're actually showing true effects of what a good team coming together looks like. They've been helping each other. Anytime one of them needs help, the other one rushes over, so it's great to see that. So thank you, ladies, for doing that, and keep up the great work. Be touching upon revenue growth, expenditures, and also giving you a quick update on finance. So on the revenue side, we continue to exceed our 2021 numbers. Our growth continues to be double-digit growth over last year. The past several months have been a bit challenging, so we're slightly behind our budgeted numbers. But I know that the BPSs, along with the leaders, Tanya and Lloyd, are working diligently to try to get us back up to those numbers. So keep up the great work. On the expenditure side, our expenses for 2022 are below budget, which is it's awesome to see. It's a true reflection of our leadership here. We're constantly monitoring our expenses. We want to ensure that we're at budget, and if we are below budget, that's even better. We look at those monthly. We review those with the leaders on a monthly basis to ensure that we stay on track. So also a great job on behalf of them. Finally, quick update on finance. Just like other departments, finance also looks to see how we can improve procedures and processes so that we can serve our partners better. And one of the things that we're introducing is e-transfer. Now, this is unfortunate only for Canadian partners right now. It's not available in the US, but for our Canadian partners, we are now accepting e-transfers as a method of payment. You would just go to your financial institution, log in, go under Interact e-Transfer, and send a payment via this email address here, which is payments@romamolding.com. We hope that the Canadian partners use this payment option. We've set it up as auto deposit on our end, so we'll receive it automatically, and we'll apply it quickly to any invoices you have outstanding. So I look forward, and I hope that you Canadian partners take advantage of this process. On the U.S. side, we do have Wire and ACH available for our USA partners. I strongly suggest or urge that you contact Alba, and her email address is there at arizzuto@romamolding.com in order to get banking details, in order to take advantage of this as well. As I mentioned, e-transfer, Interact e-transfer is only available on the Canadian financial institutions, unfortunately, right now. But this is available to our U.S. partners. So please take a look at that and see if that is an option that you would like to use to process your payments to Roma. Also, I want to touch upon benefits. On the U.S. side, over the past several months, we've been working very closely with our broker in the U.S. to review our benefit plan. We looked at different options. We analyzed the numbers, and I'm happy to announce that we decided to move forward with a new provider, and I truly believe that new provider will provide better benefits to our employees as well. And so in saying that, the open enrollment portal is now open. So again, I strongly urge all employees to log into the portal, look at the plans available, and pick the best plan that suits your needs and your family needs. And if we can do that as soon as possible, that'd be greatly appreciated. On the Canadian side, we'll be looking at our benefit plan as well. On the Canadian side, we'll be sitting with our broker in the upcoming weeks. We've already had some preliminary discussions looking at how we can enhance the plan that's currently offered to our Canadian employees so that it becomes a better plan for them as well. So looking forward to do that in the new year. Finally, this brings my part to a close, but before I leave, I'd just like to wish each and every one of you a very happy and safe holiday. Take the moment, take the week, the days, cherish those moments with your family and your friends. Stay safe, enjoy the time off, and hoping that 2023 is a prosperous year. Again, thank you very much. And at this time, I'd like to call Tony back up onto the stage.
Thank you, Michael. What a great job, Michael presenting the numbers based on the financials as well as the operations. So kudos to the teams that make that happen day in, day out. A lot goes in behind the scenes to make sure that every customer partner order gets what they're looking for on time. We're hyper focused on the details there. We're hyper focused on that fill. Mike was able to show you the journey of the dip we did take, like everyone did, and how we're coming out of that dip. And as we're looking at the progress, it's just so encouraging, both with our supply chain suppliers in Italy primarily, and our own teams working simultaneously together. We've upped many different things. Like communication has been really elevated, and you heard Ross talk a little bit about that. But yeah, it's a really exciting time at Roma, specifically for operations. And as a result, Mike was able to show you financially how, we're all coming together. It's a bunch of little things that come together that make that success possible. And you're seeing the operating revenue higher. You're seeing expenses lower. That's what we need to see to continue to be able to be a strong company for 23. And we're taking a lot of those investments and we're placing them into the future. It's really, really an exciting time. So without further ado, talking about product is near and dear to my heart. And as you guys know, I'm super passionate about architecting the newest products for our industry. And I like to believe Roma leads the industry in product design, innovation, creativity, and that can't be done without a remarkable team. It's solely not just on me. We have a remarkable team of people who come together and we curate and we take a few steps forward, a few back, but the outcome of our product dev team is bar none incredible. And 2023, I keep talking about how it's going to be a remarkable year. Well, I'm just about to show you the year we're going to have with new product development. And these products are going to be made live very, very soon. So, you know, we often talk about the details or not the details. They make the design, and anybody who knows me knows I'm insanely focused on the small nuances of the details, specifically of the product. I think the details really, really make the product come to life. I think it really makes an okay, mundane product, you know, become remarkable. It's all those little nuances, little details. And I take a page, you know, whether it's out of a product from Gucci or Louis Vuitton or a number of other, Apple, for instance, that obsess. They are obsessed about the small nuances that make the overall customer experience. And we're no different here at Roma Molding. We're obsessed about the details. And I hope it shows through in this new collection. So, folks, we're boasting 46 new Roma Molding items for 2023. We're super excited about that. 5 of which are Roma 1, the lion's share being simply Roma, and we've also launched 2 really exquisite Roma Elite products. Roma Elite continues to gain steam. We got some really great initiatives in place for 23 regarding Roma Elite. We'll share those, you know, in Q1 and Q2 of next year. But a phenomenal, you know, subsection of items that we think you guys are going to love. So without further ado, let me talk about our winter collection. So some of the brands that we've brought to life once again are Lavo. So we're introducing some new Lavo this year. We're introducing some new Eleganza products. We're also launching some new Arbor, brands that you've come to know, brands that you now love, and we're creating extensions of those brands. We think you're going to love it. But here's a brand new brand. It's called Molto at our company. Exquisite newest collection, newest technology of solvents and paints. We obsess about even the solvents we use, how it cures properly, the durability of it. So we really researched the right solvents and paints and paired it obviously with the right profiles to create what we think is a brand new awesome collection, and we think you're going to love it. Take a look at some of what Molto has to offer. So this is the collection itself in a snapshot. It's a very different take on how we do product dev, specifically to some of the earlier collections we did. We try many different profiles to create a beautiful family of products. So it's 6 epic profiles. The colors are all metallic in nature, very durable metallic, and you'll see the etchings in the metallic, really, really fine etching, very beautiful. And it's a brand new collection for us. We're super excited. But without further ado, I can stand up here and talk about it till the cows come home. But we created a little teaser video that will be hitting, you know, social media, you know, directly after the show. But here, you've seen it first. Take a look at our Molto collection. Molto is just a newest take on our collections that we've ever done. It's a soft brush metallic. You're able to see the contours, but to the touch, it's a phenomenal product. The durability is incredible. The sheen and luster is really pretty, all done on finger joint pine. We think you guys are going to love this collection. Moving along, we also launched new Lavo. Our Lavo of 2022 has surpassed all our expectations. I love seeing it on the walls of our partners, frame shops and galleries, and design studios. It sticks out and just brings to life that wall. If by any stretch you don't have the collection yet, I would highly recommend you add that to the repertoire of the wall. It's gravitating, it's magnetic, it's bold, and sure making waves, for partners across the country. We've added an extension to the collection by user demand. So a lot of our partners asked for the cap profile. So as you can see, we have one new epic profile, 7 vibrant, beautiful colors, and we have one unique new design. Very versatile. This product can be used on multiple different products. We think you're going to love it. Take a look at this fun video. Very punchy, very quick, very beautiful, very versatile. Lavo collection. Again, one new profile, all in the lineup of colors that we think you're going to love. So moving along, if that wasn't great, we've introduced new Arbor. Arbor is a brand that we never imagined could gain the steam and gain the affinity from our partners at the level it has. It's a beautiful, beautiful collection. We did something very different. We took that beautiful veneer and we wrapped it on a very different type of profile that we usually don't do. The outcome is beautiful. So I want you to see 3 new epic profiles, 3 new colors, brand new colors, and then all on organic woods. Take a look at this video. We think you're going to love it. Well, there you have it, our Arbor collection. We've also launched within Arbor a floater frame that is very thin, very unique. I highly encourage you to check it out just after the show. We think this is going to be a huge winner for us and for our partners. So last but certainly not least, Eleganza is a collection we've had in the line for, I would say, the better part of 18 to 20 years. It's elegant in nature, very sophisticated, very luxury feel, and we're happy to present an extension to the Eleganza collection. So if you recall this chagrin type of profile, we offer it in black and like this bone color and silver. And through popular demand and through requests, our partners have asked, we would love a gold in this collection. And I'll tell you, I think by and large, the gold is the prettiest of the bunch. So if you don't have this collection and you want to dip your toe into the chagrin feel, I highly encourage you to look at the gold color. But please, by any stretch, take a look at the extensions of that, the original colors, the silver, the black, the bone. I think it's like a fog chagrin. It is exquisite. But clearly, just by this photo here, you could see the level of detail, the level of elegance, and it oozes luxury to touch. So it's 5 epic profiles is the collection itself. One unique color addition, as I stated, the gold is really pretty, and one unique finish. Take a look, folks, at Eleganza. It's just a luxury good, really, really pretty, and I think it's a very nice take on luxury and an extension. And also, I got to say thank you to our partners, who give us this advice, who come to us and say, this would look really good in gold or bronze or rose gold. And we're listening, folks. And here's the manifestation of that feedback. there you have it, folks. Eleganza. I hope just by some of these short videos, you're able to get the excitement that we get to bring to life some of the most beautiful products in the industry. These products are just a labor of love. We love bringing these products to life, and we really hope, and we believe you're going to love them just as much as we loved creating them. But without further ado, we did launch Roma Elite, 2 new items, and we wanted to showcase it in a very different fashion. We added 2 beautiful, exquisite different finishes to an already winning lineup of Elite products. We've added a white gold. This is, if you could look at silver, this takes silver to the next level with a sophistication. It's almost white silver, very, very pretty. And the gold is like this pale gold, very elegant, as you can see here. Nothing we ever have in the line right now or have in the line right now resembles these 2 colors and finishes. What we've noted as we were developing the color base is it is something we will be introducing in a different fashion, obviously in smaller profiles for the Roma collection. We'd love your feedback on these. So all these products, as you know, are 100% solid wood. We don't play in poly or MDF like some of our competitors do. All our products are 100% solid wood, 100% made in Italy. These products are bred in Italy. They're created in Italy, designed in Italy. Sometimes you pick up a product and it says designed in Italy. I highly doubt that that's the actual truth. Ours is not only designed, it's brought to life, and it's manufactured by the great artisans of Italy. And that in it itself adds the value to our product. And then who could discredit 100% passion? As you guys can see, Roma Molding's closing in on 40 years of passion, and we're as passionate today as we were when John and Nino and Tony early on launched their first lacquered products. Today we're no different. We're as giddy and as excited to bring forth and create and bring to life some of the most beautiful products this industry has ever seen. And 23 is a year that I think these collections, these products, will adorn walls like never before. All these collections are available for pre-order today, right now on our website. You can also view them on our beta site, as I indicated, beta.romamolding.com, but also on our romamolding.com. They could be purchased. And so I highly recommend you check them all out. And we will begin shipping, as always, January 1st of 2023. We've been making pre-orders of all this product. We're excited about it. We hope you're as excited as we are. And together, let's make 23 an incredible year, specifically in product development. So at this point, folks, I want to shift gears a bit and talk to something a little different. I want to talk about our sales team. I think our sales team has done a phenomenal job this year, as they do every year, but I just think Tanya and Lloyd at the helm have been doing a remarkable job together, and our amazing sales team made up of amazing men and women who work really hard day in, day out. They've been on the phones, they're in the field. I can't tell you how many accolades I get, even personal messages from partners, clients who say, I love my sales rep, I love my BPS, I love X, Y, and Z. It's not like they're kind of good or, yeah, they're okay. We have such an affinity, and I'm so blessed, as I know Tanya and Lloyd feel the same way, as well as everyone, that we have a remarkable sales team out there. They're by and large the best in the industry, and I think the work they've done this year has just been phenomenal with just so many great things, whether it's the success of all our varying different promotions. I mean, we hit numbers we've never hit before. We've hit targets we've never hit before. That's all a culmination of them working together, and it's just beautiful to see. Again, it's not something that just happens overnight. It's an accumulation, small incremental changes, tweaks. They've developed themselves really, really well, and I think Tanya and Lloyd at the helm have been doing a really great job curating that group of people. That's my piece on them, but I have someone who wants to say a few words, so take a look.
Hi, my name is Tanya Santana, and I'm the National Sales Leader here at Roma Molding. What an incredible year it's been. I can't believe it's already December, and we've had so many great wins as a team, as a company. We've had 2 amazing launches this year that have just done phenomenally across the nation. We have had more than a handful of promos that we've ran and have increased sales by double digits. We are up double digits from 2021. We've had definitely an epic year, and that's a testament to the people, to our company, to our sales force, to our customer care team, to our production team, to the heads of the company. We just collectively have won as a team, and we continue to win because we have a great team. We have great partners. I want to thank our partners for being such integral parts of our success. Our success is your success and vice versa. Our BPSs are a committed group of people that really care about this company and are genuinely invested. And just everybody that works for Roma, all of our DC leaders, and just everybody at head office. I just want to thank everybody for such an incredible year. I know that 2023 is going to hold many more amazing opportunities for us, and that's because we all have each other. I hope that you guys have an amazing holiday season. Be with the ones you love, be with the ones you care, and we are definitely going to be here moving on stronger and just continuing to wow our partners as we have been. And thank you for your continued support. Have a great one.
So there you have it. Nicely said, Tanya. I couldn't have said it better myself. I echo Tanya's sentiments specifically, when it comes to our sales team. I think they've worked very hard this year. And let's at this point give them a round of applause of acknowledgement. Way to go, way to go. So as we're winding down the all hands meeting, we still have a few really cool things in store. So it's not over yet. And our next speaker who's going to be coming up is very integral part of our business. She's our chief of staff. Her name is Anastasia. She's new to our company, has been with us just slightly under a year, but has been really working hard to really get to the heartbeat of our company. She exudes the core values. She cares day in, day out about the people of our company. She goes deep for them. She really tries to uncover what the challenges are. She's very vocal about it. We have a great relationship where she can come and tell me all the things that are, well, and some of the challenges we have. And together, it's beautiful that we're able to come up with, I would say, solutions to some of the challenges we have, because we're not immune to challenges. But we just have a really great and unique way of working together, and I'm just so proud of her in such a short time. I know Anastasia has big plans for 23. I'm not going to let the cat out of the hat, but at this part, I'd like to welcome her up to the stage. Anastasia?
Thank you for that intro, Tony. My name is Anastasia Opate, as you guys already know, Culture and Talent Leader here at Roma. It's very great to be here once again for another all-hands meeting. Now, we've been very busy in culture and talent over the last few months, just since our last all-hands meeting. We've been working on, continuously trying to elevate that team member experience for all of you guys. Now, to close out the year, I thought it would be a great time to reflect on some of the wins that we've had, some of the things that we've been focusing on, some of the things that we're truly proud of. And just to start off, I want to bring your attention to our internal Net Promoter Score. The internal Net Promoter Score measures the likeliness that you guys would recommend us to your family and friends. And these are the results of the last Pulse survey taken in July. 88%, guys. You guys gave us 88%. That's incredible. That is 5 points up from the last all-hands meeting, or the meeting before that, rather, in March. And it's a 2% difference from our goal of 90%. So thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate this. Next, I want to touch quickly on our careers here at Roma. We are always on the lookout for awesome talent, as you already know. You can visit our website, www.romamolding.com/careers, for any of our latest job openings. We currently have six openings. And we truly believe that great people know great people. So we have our employee referral program available for all of our team members. So if you do know somebody great, please let us know. You can earn up to $1,500 for your referral. And so far, to date, we have paid out seven employees. And next, I want to talk about some of the awards, both present and future. First and foremost, I am proud to announce that Roma Molding has recertified for the Waterstone Award, which is for Canada's Most Admired Corporate Culture. This award is, it celebrates companies who have outstanding cultures. And of course, that's what we have here at Roma, an outstanding culture. And that's all thanks to you guys. And I'm also very, very excited and happy to announce that we will be making Roma a great place to work. Now, the Great Place to Work is a global symbol. It is globally recognized for companies who have outstanding leadership, outstanding culture. But for Roma, it's so much more than that. It symbolizes a milestone. It symbolizes all of the hard work, all the blood, sweat, and tears that went into making Roma what it is today. It symbolizes, the unification of all of our great people here that we have, all the individuals who come here from all different walks of life with the same core values: to move, inspire, and wow. And ever since I started here for the last 6 months, I've gotten to know you guys and I've worked with all of you. And I believe that you guys truly deserve this. So please join me in voting Roma into becoming a great place to work. The survey will be launching on December 19th for our Canadian DC. And next, I want to talk about all the fun and cool initiatives that the Roma Culture team has been up to over the last few months. And this is our culture team. As you can see, it's expanded quite a bit. When I first started, there was only 3 members, myself and 2 others. But now we have Courtney, Elisa, myself, and Brooke at headquarters. We also have Jessica in California, Kimberly in Atlanta, and Michelle in New Jersey. And you know what? We're always looking for new members. So if you are interested in joining, come speak to one of us. Now, as Tony mentioned earlier, we have something that's truly unique to Roma, and that's our Core Value Awareness Week. Now, a Core Value Awareness Week, for those of you who have not had the pleasure of participating in one yet, we use this week to focus in and really bring awareness and show gratitude towards each other, really. And we use the core value cards to do this. Now, it's really, truly remarkable how much impact a little piece of paper has on your day, really. Receiving one of those core value cards it really brings joy to your day. Now, our last Core Value Awareness Week, which took place in September, we had a groundbreaking week. We delivered 1,306 core value cards, and we set out, our goal was to deliver 850. So we delivered 50% more than our goal, which is truly amazing. Good job, guys. Next, I'm going to be talking about some of the team events. We're going to be discussing the new team member community, which we started, and finally, the Wishing Well. As you can see, we love to have fun at Roma, and that's what makes Roma a truly special place to work. Next, I'm going to talk about our team member community. Now, in the last Pulse survey taken in July, you guys came and told us that you wanted to know more about one another. You wanted to know more about the members in all the other DCs. And due to the geographical barriers, we had to really sit down and think about how we're going to make this happen. So we decided to create a Facebook community. Now, the Facebook community is a closed group, and it's just for our team members. And since its inception in August, it has been a great success. There has been, we have posted, we have shared, we have gotten to know one another. And here are some posts from the last few months. And if you haven't already done so, please take a moment and join the community. If you want to speak to any of the culture team members, we will help you do that. And now the initiative that I'm truly excited for to talk about is the Wishing Well. Please take a look at this video.
Sometimes it's easy to feel like the world's getting harder. But if we look closer, on the news, on the web, on the street, we're anything but unkind. Every day, we hear new stories of people trying to make the world a better place. And together, we can make the world that little bit kinder for all of us. It all starts with just one person, you. The thing about kindness is that it's just about the only thing in the world that doubles when you share it. And it's a fact, backed by science. Studies have shown that if you perform just one random act of kindness a day, you'll not only reduce your stress, anxiety, and depression, but your body is flooded with the same hormones that make you and the person you've helped calmer, healthier, and happier. Serotonin, which heals your wounds, helps you relax and makes you feel good. Endorphins, which reduce pain. And oxytocin, which reduces blood pressure and makes you feel more loving and loved. You'll both be more energized, feel less aches and pains, more confident, and could even live longer. And if other people see you helping someone else, they'll be filled with those same feel-good hormones, meaning they're significantly more likely to pay it forward. Like taking that extra moment to hold the elevator for someone, spotting a coffee for a stranger who's just a few cents short, giving your neighbor a hand with their groceries, even just smiling and meaning it. It doesn't take much, but it can make a huge difference for everyone. Those people you've helped will help other people, and those other people will help even more people. And those random acts of kindness can start a chain reaction that can spread across an entire community, a city, a country, and with enough of us, the world. Now, isn't that the world we all want? And it all starts with one.
So the way the Wishing Well, I guess the Wishing Well is a way to offer support to and kindness to our immediate community here at Roma. We already do so much at Roma with Roma Wish and Give Back Month to support the external community, but we really need to take some time and focus on one another, the people that we work with every single day, the people that we spend 8 hours a day with. Because difficult times come differently to everybody, and often people are too ashamed or too scared to ask for help or support. But something like this, an anonymous type of opportunity for them, to ask for help is something that we really need here, and it's quite simple. All you have to do is submit a wish with your name on it into the Wishing Well. I'm the only one that reviews these wishes, so they're completely anonymous to the rest of the company. And once a month, I will release a wish list to the whole entire company. Again, this is completely anonymous. And at that point, anybody who is willing and wanting to help out of the goodness of their own heart, with kindness, they can contact me and we will make the arrangements to make this happen. And if either one of the parties at any point in time want to remain completely anonymous, that is completely up to you. We want to make sure that everybody's privacy is completely respected, and we want to make this a comfortable experience for everyone. Now, we've launched the pilot at headquarters, and we're looking to launch it company-wide probably in the beginning of quarter 1, quarter 2 of next year. Last but not least, as you all know, at the end of the all-hands meeting, we kindly invite you to complete a brief survey, the feedback of which is very valuable to us because we use it, to better serve you guys. So please take a few minutes with your honest feedback. Your leaders will have all the further instructions in regards to this. Thanks, guys.
Great job, Anastasia. I think, listening to Anastasia and her presentation, I love seeing, the works of the culture team and how hard they're working to improve I would say the employee lifestyle here at our company. They're so intentional about that, and a number of other initiatives that we have in store for 23. So when I say 23 is going to be a great year, you've heard it in multiple different areas of our business. We're really excited. So well done, Anastasia. So moving along, I want to give some accolades. It's important to stop and pause and actually reflect on what's doing really well. And I wanted to share this little clip from one of our partners, very short but very sweet and very meaningful. And we talked about personal emotional connection cards and the impact it has on our partner base. And we're going to see it here right now. This came in through some social media love. So take a look. This is, you can also watch, and you can see her reaction by receiving a card. It's something very small, but it goes a long way.
I was so touched to receive this really kind note from Christine at Roma Molding, and I just wanted to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
And while that's very short, it's very meaningful that someone took time out of their day to acknowledge us for just simply writing them a simple little genuine heartfelt card. Now you do that over 600, 700, 800 times throughout the year. Remember, we have 356 days in 1 year. You start doing those twice a day, what would that impact be on our customer base? Well, our customer care team knows that and are working very hard to ensure that they're doing that often and with vigor, but it also has to come genuinely. So if there's a genuine reason for it, then they do it. So just a remarkable feat on our customer care team on what they've been able to do. So at this point, I want to talk about our Core Value Awards. And our Core Value Awards, as you know, are awards acknowledged by the people for the people within our company. And our first award goes to Karen. Here's what you have to say about Karen.
Karen is approaching her 1-year anniversary in December with Roma. In that time, she displayed a strong desire to learn during our busiest time of the year and taking on additional tasks as needed. Karen is a true asset to the entire team with a can-do approach every single day. She continuously displays a positive attitude, always with a smile on her face. Looking forward to great things to come over the next few years. Keep up the outstanding work, Karen.
Yeah, great job. Let's give it up for Karen, folks. Well done, Karen in New Jersey. Got to see Karen when I went this past year with Michelle and Brian. It was awesome spending time with you. Next is Christine. Here's what you folks had to say about Christine.
Christine is so giving and always thinking of others. During the holidays, she brings in special treats for the team or writes reassuring notes when she knows you're having a stressful day. She's always ready to help out and be there for us. Thank you, Christine, for being such a remarkable person.
Well done, Christine. Let's give it to Christine, everyone, at headquarters. And so if you know Christine, you know that she does a phenomenal job at baking. She bakes like every event. She brings in baked goodies, and you're just a bundle of joy. Thank you. But next, but certainly not least, is Jessica. Here's what you folks had to say about Jessica.
Jessica takes the lead with extra duties around our operations in LA. She has also taken on the role of assisting with purchasing, inventory adjustments, photo uploads, and of course, invoicing. One of the largest impacts she has made is help us grow our culture. She has been so committed and passionate about every event and making sure everyone is on board. We have grown closer because of her, and I wanted to say thank you. Thank you for all you do. You're the best.
Amazing. Let's give it up for Jessica. Jessica, I look forward to meeting you. And to the LA team, I'll be coming out and visiting with you within the first quarter of 2023. Excited about that. And who doesn't want to go to California in the first quarter of the year? And last but certainly not least, Lloyd Haddad. You may or may not know him, but if you do, you're lucky. He's a great guy. Here's what people had to say about Lloyd.
Lloyd Haddad is patient, kind, and smart. He helps you with anything and does it in a manner that doesn't make you feel like a complete idiot. He is a mentor. He wants you to do better. He builds you up and does not break you down. Technology can be a scary animal and very intimidating. When he explains things, he does it in a way that you can grasp it, in easy to understand English. I have learned so much from him, and I just wanted to shine a bright light on him. So a huge shout out to Lloyd. Thank you for all your time and effort in making things understandable. You definitely live core value number 4. Build a positive team and family environment. I appreciate all you do for the Roma team.
Let's give it up for Lloyd, folks. Well done. Well done. And I agree, Lloyd is incredible with a lot of our tech and certainly helps a lot of the team members. But let's give it up for all the core value award winners today. Well done. Well done, everyone. So at this point, folks, as I reflect back on this All Hands Meeting 36, it's been an incredible All Hands Meeting where we talked early on about some of the new initiatives that we've been working on for a very long time, like our web development. Tanya spoke about our customer care initiatives. Michael and Ross spoke about operations, and you got a small little sneak peek as to some of the things that you can expect in 23. Anastasia, brought forth our amazing culture team, people who take time out of their day to make your day a little brighter, and a number of the initiatives that we're working on. Tanya talked about the sales team and the success and how we're all one team, and together we make a huge difference. And I'm here to say, whether it's with product development, which is super exciting, that's dropping today, whether it's web, whether it's people, whether it's our leadership team, 23 is not only going to be remarkable from a top level, I think it's going to be remarkable because we're in the right seat, going in the right direction for the right reason. And I really believe this. I think we're really poised to do phenomenal things. And what excites me the most is I don't know how big some of the dreams are going to be. I'm not sure some of the unprecedented ideas that are going to come forward, but I'm confident they will. I'm confident together we can make it happen. And our All Hands Meeting is a pause in time, and we get to reflect on the many accomplishments we've done and also talk about maybe some of the shortcomings, but also how we overcome those and how we move forward. Very important for companies to do that. And so I want to thank you today for your time and patience in watching this All Hands Meeting. But before we go, I got one last thing I want to share with you. I think you're going to love this. So they say talent wins games, teamwork wins championships. This is a famous Michael Jordan quote, and I couldn't agree more. I think there's a lot of talent out there. But as I just stated, we're not in this to win 1 or 2 games. We're in this for legacy. We're in this for the journey, and it's so exciting. It's so exciting to see the incremental wins, all in varying different departments, all converging. It's no wonder why we're doing so well. It's no wonder why our innovation's through the roof and our creativity. It's not a question as of why, because the backbone and the foundation of our success is predicated on who shows up every day, and that's all of you. It's all the men and women who chop and join our frames, the men and women who answer our calls through customer care, our amazing sales team who wake up every day and go in the field driving, battling traffic to get to customers on time, to our awesome suppliers who, push the boundaries on product development, enter into new technologies, to our web development team, pushing their limits, burning the midnight oil, taking whatever steps to utilize and make things easier, quicker, and better. That's what makes companies great, and that's what makes Roma Molding so great. And just before we go, I want to talk about something that I'm so proud of that we completed together, and that's Tough Mudder. So for some of you, I want to bring to light what we did earlier this year in September. A friend of mine called me and said, "Hey, Tony, do you want to run Tough Mudder?" It's an obstacle course, about 15K, about 10 miles, with about 30 obstacles. And, you test your limits. You get to see what you're made of. And I said, "Sure thing, let's do it." And I put it out to my Roma family. I said, "Hey, who's up to doing it here in headquarters? If you want to do it with me." And we did. And 1 turned to 3, turned to 5. And when we looked at each other, we were 10 people doing Tough Mudder at Roma. And so we met very early in the morning, drove about an hour and a half out, and getting to the race together was phenomenal. And we had one goal in mind. We were going to finish together. We were not going to run ahead and finish first and then third and then 20th. No, we were going to finish together. We were going to do everything we could within our means to make sure we crossed that finish line together. And I'm just proud to say that we did, and it was phenomenal. So as you all know, I love to document this. And so we did for you guys to enjoy as well. Take a look at this amazing video. Before we do, I do want to say that there were 10 Roma team members. It was about 4 hours of grueling obstacles and an abundance of teamwork and abundance of love. So now, without further ado, take a look at our feature film.
I'm participating today in the Tough Mudder because I've been off on maternity leave for the last year, looking for a challenge both physically and mentally.
I have always wanted to push myself and challenge myself.
I haven't been active in quite some time, so I'm just curious to see how this is going to go. I'm here because why not? You only live once. I've never done an obstacle course before, so.
Just to say that I did it, that I was able to at least attempt it. Not sure if I'll be able to complete it.
I turned 60 a week ago, and so this is a good challenge for me just to prove to myself that it's just a number and it's nothing more.
I'm participating in Tough Mudder because I want to challenge myself and push my limits, and it's also fun to do it as a team.
I want to face some of my fears and just do some team building with some of the most amazing people that I work with.
Mainly, I want to push my mindset. I want to see how far I can go, and really just challenge, what I otherwise think, I can do. So there you have it, folks. So we're taking pre-registrations for 2023, whoever wants to come. But all joking aside, it was a phenomenal day. We got to challenge each other. We worked together as a team. It was the first race of its type that I've ever completed, and to have completed it with my Roma team is truly priceless. It was beautiful. And the bonds you build by trying to help people move along, and some were really high, and some people were scared of heights, and walking them through that was really cool. And we did that together. And whether you're taking deep dives headfirst into pools of mud, and grabbing people and helping them out, and I think it's so symbolic to what life is all about. And I think we live in this world where we saw in the last 3 years we were very isolated. And in that isolation, not much occurs in isolation. And I'm just so happy that we're past that. I'm happy that we're above that. And there is truly nothing you can achieve if you work together and if you have the right people. And the symbolism here is Roma is a collection of remarkable people coming together to do remarkable work. When we interview people, we remind them this can't just be a job, a job. And if it is, we'll help you find it somewhere else. You got to see something in us. You got to think we're a little crazy. You got to want to take part in some of the crazy. You got to be okay with not being okay with okay. You got to want to move, inspire, and wow higher and bigger than you've ever done. You got to want to challenge yourself. You got to be okay with coloring outside the lines, with innovating. And what got us here today mentality can't get us there tomorrow. And never stopping. And always forging bigger and better. Because that's who we are as a company. And it's no surprise why we're winning. And what winning looks like to us is true success throughout the entire company. And while winning, we're hoping to make an impact. And we didn't touch upon Roma Wish this all hands meeting 36, but you can bet in 23 we're going to be doing some really awesome mission work. And as a result of the success we have in our company, it gets to fund some of that mission work we get to do in those communities. So folks, I hope that you were able to witness over All Hands Meeting 36 the amazing work, and I'm talking to every Roma team member here, the amazing work you all have done throughout the year. It's often easy to step over some of the things we've done because you're kind of working hard. Okay, that's done next, and that's done next. And why we do these is to stop, is to literally stop and acknowledge and celebrate some of the amazing wins we've done because life is just so fast. And as I alluded to earlier, getting cut on my foot with a chainsaw in many regards is a blessing. It's a reminder that you got to stop sometimes and smell the roses. You need to take that time and be in appreciation and gratitude as the first video showcased. But as a result of just this all hands meeting, where we're going in 23, it inspired me to do something really, really outside of the box. I created another t-shirt as a result of what we accomplished this year. It's called No Excuse. And it's a t-shirt commemorating a speaker that I heard of. His name is Warren Rudstad. And he's 82 years old. He runs a number of companies. He's huge in philanthropic work. But I think one of the biggest things that inspired me is he makes time, although as busy as he is, he makes time for people. And as a result, I called Warren and I said, Warren, you inspired me to create a t-shirt called No Excuses. Because we're all good, including myself. I'm great at making excuses. I'm better than I've ever been at not listening to the excuses. But the excuses are what holds us back from remarkable. The excuses are what holds us back from living a remarkable life by building beautiful relationships with people. And so I want y'all to know that I thank you deeply and immensely for all the hard work you've done in 22. And I will tell you, 2023 is going to be our best year yet. And I'm so excited you're on this journey. So I am Tony Guerreri right now, calling All Hands Meeting 36 complete. Thank you for your attention. I love you all. Thank you.